Hi there, seriously Nick here. Today is Sunday, the 3rd of May 2026, and today we are starting out our day at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Reason being, we thought, why not jump on one of my favourite forms of transportation here at Disney, and that is the Skyliner. So, we're going to jump on the Skyliner, head out to the resorts that live on the Skyliner route, check out maybe a bar there, shops, have a quick look at the resort. Just a relaxing morning on the Skyliner. Hope you want to spend some time with us. Skyliner's right over that way. So let's get into it. Okay, the main entrance to Disney's Hollywood Studios. First time being back here since we were in California at Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure, giving off major Disney California Adventure vibes. Obviously, when they reimagined that in the early noughties, they essentially took the main entrance from here, dropped it into Disney's California Adventure. Gotta say, we're still missing California and Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure. Completely understand why people like to go there as much as they do. So maybe that'll be something that we do. We go over there back and forth to do those parks as well, spend some more time there. But yeah, definitely giving off major Disney's California Adventure vibes. Okay, bit of a grey day here in Central Florida today. Skyliner station right over here. We're going to be taking that to the Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort before changing to head over to the first resort over there, which will be Disney's Pop Century and Disney's Arts of Animation. But yeah, with it being a cool grey day, perfect for the Skyliner because, of course, they don't have any air conditioning. So let's jump on the Skyliner. Looks like this one's going to be ours. Hello, 2? Thank you. Okay, the Stitch Skyliner is in front of us, just making its way out. And here we go. Got the resort buses all the way down there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner
and of course the
Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Disney's Hollywood Studios
to Disney's
parking
Caribbean
lot.
Beach Resort with connecting flights to EPCOT International Gateway, Disney's Pop Century Resort, and Disney's Art of Animation Resort.
Ah, there's something relaxing about
your visit to Hollywood
being on the
today.
Skyliner.
Now wave goodbye to your adoring fans below.
So these pods do remind me very much of the Pixar PAL over in Disney's California Adventure. Obviously these have plexiglass as opposed to mesh, but very similar, but literally no air conditioning. There's literally a couple of open windows, a couple of benches. You can see Evie right here next to me.
Hello.
And then obviously a speaker. And there it goes.
In just a few moments, we will be traveling over the headwaters of the Everglades. The water that flows from the protected wetlands around Walt Disney World Resort travels all the way to the Everglades, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Gulf of Mexico.
And there it is right there. And then the ticketing booths down there to get into the parking lot, so where you pay for parking. And then over here, where they cleared all of this area for the footings for the structures for the Skyliner. I do love the designs that they have on the various Skyliner pods. Over here we've got Stitch. This one coming up is a blank one, just like ours, doesn't have anything on it. Actually, neither. Oh, does that one? Yeah, that one has Haunted Mansion. And then Huey, Dewey and Louie on this green one coming up. Very cute.
We will be arriving at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort shortly. All passengers must disembark and transfer at this station. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed the most magical flight on Earth.
Okay, so we have to get off here at Disney's Caribbean Beach, which is this resort here. In the distance is Riviera. We're going to be heading there as well. But we're going to get off here and switch so we can go to Art of Animation and also Disney's Pop Century first of all.
When exiting the cabin,
al salir de la cabina, por favor, cuide a sus pequeñitos, reúna sus pertenencias y observe sus pasos. Gracias por volar con nosotros.
Whoa! That gets me every time. A love tap on the side there. Thank you. Okay, let's switch over to the next line to head over to Disney's Pop Century and Disney's Art of Animation. So actually you can see there's like 3 lines that intersect here. This one over here will be on this one a little bit later, as that's going to head over to Riviera EPCOT. But this one here, and it's signposted here for Disney's Art of Animation and also Disney's Pop Century. We're going to be heading on this one here first. Mrs. Potts? 2, yes please.
327.
Thank you. We're into pod 327, which was Tigger. Might just be able to see that on the background there, but okay, as we take to the skies on the Skyliner, this is the second line of 3. So we've just done one line that takes you from Hollywood Studios to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We'll be back there a little bit later on today. Now heading
welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. Now get ready to travel back in time and enter the animated worlds of Disney. We are on our way to Disney's Pop Century Resort and Disney's Art of Animation Resort.
Okay, I've got to say there is something rather relaxing about being in one of these pods, because apart from whenever the audio goes off, it's so quiet, it's relatively smooth apart from when every now and again when you go over one of the poles, but it really is a really nice way to travel around the resort. So the only thing I wish is that they had this link so it would take you to Disney Springs, because that would be a great way to, if you're staying on property that services these
just ahead
resorts.
to the right is
Disney's Art of Animation just over to our right, and then over to our left, Disney's Pop Century. A really rather nice view as we
riding over the sparkling waters
descend
of
now over the
Hourglass
water.
Lake. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
Yeah, it's been a few years since we stayed at Art of Animation and Pop Century, so maybe we'll stay there at some
In
point
just
to
a
check
few
it out.
moments, we will be arriving at the only floating
Pertenencias y observe sus pasos. Gracias por volar con nosotros.
Thank you. And just like that, we are over at Disney's Art of Animation and Disney's Pop Century. And the audio on there was just saying that this is the only floating Skyliner station. So that's pretty cool feature there. But I think we're going to head over to Disney's Art of Animation first and check that out. So I will say each section is themed differently. So this section is themed after Nemo. You could see that with the painting on the buildings, the various art on the buildings, and then this play area as well. In a moment we'll get around the corner and see the pool. So yeah, just the theming all over here. Over there you can just see Crush, and over here is the Stingray from Finding Nemo, and then they've got a kiddies pool over here, and then a main area pool. Each area of each block of buildings that's differently themed has its own pool. And then of course this is themed again after Finding Nemo, but once you see it you can't unsee it. Is that some sea wildlife, or is it some McDonald's French fries? I don't know, let me know in the comments down below. So yeah, really nice job with the pool theming. You can see Finding Nemo, you can see Nemo there just sticking his head out of the French fries. Again, you're not going to be able to not see that now, so my little gift to you. But now even just the wildlife, the flowers that have been planted to make it look like coral. Really nice show. I remember Evie and I were just talking when we were here previously. These are all babies. They were all had just been planted, and so it didn't have the same effect. Now you can really see that effect. Okay, so this section is themed after Cars. Really throws me back to Disney's California Adventure and the Cars themed land over there. Though I will say, obviously we'll start thinking of that at Magic Kingdom once the expansion where Liberty Bell is completed. That's going to be a Cars land as well. But yeah, really nice with all the characters from Cars, and then this little roadway taking you over to the Cozy Cone Motel. I love these signs as well. Dang near fainted. Looked like he had just been painted. And then a Rusty's sign logo there, just to tie it all together. And of course, the Cozy Cone Motel sign just spinning around there in front. Nobody does theming like Disney, and the theming here really is amazing. You know, not just what they've done with the buildings and the signage, but just with also all the characters from the vehicles, characters from the films here as well. So really, really nice. So here's the main pool area of this section. All the cones are essentially like cabanas. They are covered areas that have seating, lounge chairs inside, which is rather nice. Get out of that Florida sunshine when we have it. Obviously no need for those today. And then just in the distance I can see the back end of Lightning McQueen's. Let's head over there. I mean, what kid who isn't a fan of cars wouldn't love just to hang out here with Lightning? Now the other car that's next door has some work being done on it, but I expect maybe the Florida sun has gotten to it. But love this theming with the gas fillers, the Wheel Well Motel, and all of this here. Beautiful. Art of Animation is a value resort, but what makes it slightly different from the other value resorts is that they do have suites, so you can fit up to, I think it's 6 guests in there. So that's really great if you're looking for a suite to accommodate more guests. If you're looking for someone to grab a drink, then this pool bar here is great. The drop off, so, and the bartenders here are always very nice. Okay, so we're not going in the front door because obviously we've come through the Skyliner, so we're going to go through the door at the rear, which is essentially by the pools, into Animation Hall, which is where the check-in is, and also where you can get to the restaurant. Pixel Play Arcade. They have a pretty cool check-in here. Great artwork on the walls. Fairly steady here today, actually. So, and then look it up. That's pretty cool. Skylight with artwork and lights behind it. So that's rather nice. So the ink and paint shop, this is how you get to Landscapes of Flavors, which is the restaurant here. Kind of like it's basically a quick service. And then also the merchandise area. This is giving me huge vibes of Pixar Place. So it'll be interesting to see if they have similar merch to the Pixar Place Hotel. But you can already see there's something specifically tailored to Disney's Art of Animation Resort, so that's pretty cool. Okay, Landscape of Flavors. Just to kind of give you an idea of what this looks like. So the refillable drinks machines are in the center of all the seating area. And then they have different areas you can go to based on what you want to order for food. So you can see they have like 3 different stations. There's one over here, one over there, and one over there before you come through to then make a payment right here at the register. So pretty easy. And then you can go and get your condiments and drinks right over there. So pretty easy restaurant to grab food at, and pretty decent food actually. So that's one thing I will say that I remember from being in here. The food is pretty good. So, okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to head back the way we came, past the French fries, past the Skyliner station, and we're going to check out Pop Century. And there are some other areas here, and they're themed slightly differently. But let's head over to Pop Century. Okay, so we are back at the Skyliner station. You can just see them all in the distance coming in. Over to my left, or just behind me, is Art of Animation. But we're now going to head over to Pop Century over this way. I think we're just going to check out the pool, one of the main areas as you go through. So we'll look at the main pool, we'll check out the bar, and then the inside lobby and restaurant. But what I will say is, these are laid out pretty much identically to Disney's Art of Animation. Same footprint for the rooms. The only difference is Art of Animation does have those suites that they don't have over here or at any of the all-star resorts or anything like that. So, but nicely themed as well, pretty cool. And again, this is a value resort as well. So the theming they have here is crazy. These yo-yo tops. Yo-yos, they've got a couple here, not just this one but on another building. On this one here, Out of Sight, oh I can't read that, but over here, Far Out, Twist, Groovy, so definitely flower power, really rocking the place. And then actually over here, one of the things that I love that reminds me of my childhood is the Play-Doh. I mean, these building size statues are absolutely crazy. I gotta say, these are pretty cool. Play-Doh. Okay, so this is the main pool area, and it's probably a little bit dark on the screen, but you could just see that over in the distance, the pop signs are right over there. But each section of the resort is themed after a different decade. So obviously this one is the 70s. you might just be able to see just over there the 70s sign. We've got all of this kind of hippie, flower power, this sort of thing. But also you've got classic 60s as well. So yeah, each area themed a little bit differently. So this is the main pool area. I've got to say, when I stayed here, I did actually enjoy it. It's basic, but it is a pretty cool place to hang out. And there is, obviously we've got Jungle Book just over there, but there is a pool bar, you know, very close by as well, which is really nice if you just want, you know, a refreshing drink or something with a little bit more kick to it. So this is Petal's pool bar, just literally right by the pool. So a great place to grab a drink. You might be able to get some food here as well, I'm not sure, but really cool. And you can see another yo-yo like I was talking about just over there in the distance. So this is that Pop Century sign that I was showing from back behind the pool. Obviously doing some work right now and then not looking its greatest, but I'm sure once they're done it'll be good as new. Pop. So I just noticed they do have all the decades signs for them as for each building here on the main entrance as well. So they've got the 50s and 60s right there. We've got the pop sign here, and then we've got the 70s, 80s and 90s just down there, if you can see that. So, you know, something fun, great theming. Okay, it's not Disney theming, but it is still great theming, and nobody does theming like Disney. So okay, so just like at Art of Animation, we're going in the back entrance, so going into Classic Hall, which is where the restaurant and also check-in is located. Again, laid out identically. Fast forward arcade, so same sort of arcade that they had over at This is Art of Animation. And then over here is the check-in area, and again themed to the decades. So one section is groovy, Neato, never heard of that before, but you know. And then of course some Disney characters on the wall as well. Okay, so just like Disney's Art of Animation, shop location just located off of the check-in area, and then also the restaurant through there. So let's go ahead and have a little look in here as well. Now, one thing I will say is the merchandise location in here doesn't feel as big as that in Disney's Art of Animation, which I'm kind of surprised at a little bit. So be interesting to see if they have any Pop Century themed merch. So we found some Pop Century merch, some ears if that's your thing, t-shirt and spirit jerseys. What type of this is Tervis. I do like Tervis, and that's $44.99. It does look nice. And then we have a long sleeve shirt and a hoodie over there. But actually, one thing I just noticed, very flower powery, not just the Pop Century logo in the center. So pretty cool if you're staying here and you want to purchase something as a souvenir. They got some nice stuff. Just saw these, which are new in, looks like. Take along treat pack with gummies, pretzels and some I would say goldfish, but they're Mickey cheese things. And then they've also got these chocolate flavored Rice Krispie treat cereal treats, and this light up blue raspberry lollipop. So apparently new in, so pretty cool. Okay, heading into the restaurant. So laid out identically to Disney's Art of Animation, and it's not surprising because basically the footprint of the whole property is exactly the same. So different stations based on what you want to order. drink station in the center. And then again, those various food stations around the perimeter. So you've got one there, one there, one there. And then of course the registers to go and pay. And it's really not busy, so I mean the time is 11:45, so good time to come and grab a bite. Okay, time to leave Pop Century. Gonna head back to the Skyliner to hit up the next resort on our Skyliner list. Okay, back to the Skyline station. Let's head off to Caribbean Beach.
Thank you.
Closed sesame. There we go. Okay, off we go. Bowling balls, bowling pins I should say, in the distance at Pop Century. Again, a lot more theming, a lot more, if you go to the different blocks, then a lot to see there, just like at Art of Animation, just scratching the surface of those places. But next stop, Caribbean Beach.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner.
Okay, Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort just to our right, waiting for us, but you can also see, just off in the distance,
we will be arriving
you might be able to see
Caribbean Beach
with the
Resort.
Bye Bye Blue
All
paint on the
passengers
outside,
must disembark
Guardians of the
or
Galaxy.
transfer at this station.
So
we hope you enjoyed your journey.
amazing
And
how the
thank you
colours
for
really
flying
do
the
work,
Disney
that Bye Bye
Skyliner.
Blue and Go Away Green, how they really do work with camouflaging and kind of hiding the buildings, you know, especially on a day like today. I mean, amazing really.
Thank you for flying with us.
Ooh, wait for the swing. Whee! Okay, so we're going to get off here. We've already been here once, if you remember. We actually left the Hollywood Studios, got to this station, then switched. But now we're actually going to get off and stay in this area. Thank you. Beauty and the Beast right over there. Look at that. Okay, so if we wanted to go back to the car at Hollywood Studios, we would just jump on that Skyliner right there. But actually, here we are. Let's take in the third resort on the Skyliner loop, and that is Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. Okay, so Caribbean Beach is quite spread out. Very pretty though. Little like beach area over here. Helicopter going over above. The pool area is right over there, and I've got to say, it's probably one of my favourite pools on Disney property. I know everyone bangs on about the Yacht and Beach Club, but for me, this one is my favourite. And then across this waterway here, some more blocks of buildings right here. You'll be able to see in the distance Disney's Riviera Resort. Now you can catch the Skyliner from the station where we just got off of down to Riviera. However, because these two resorts are so close, I think we're just going to walk it, get our steps in, and but we're going to check out the pool area, the main check-in area, the shop area, and there is actually a restaurant and bar over here, and it is actually a very nice restaurant. It's kind of, it is sit down kind of. They have like a quick service side and also a normal restaurant. Very nice. This is actually, we've stayed here a couple of times, and I've got to say I really do like this resort. You know, it has a lot of different things. It's got like the beach areas like you can see here that you would typically see at the Grand Floridian, Yacht and Beach Club, that sort of thing. Now, whilst this isn't a value resort, it's a moderate resort. So it has a lot of those features that the likes of the Grand Floridian have, which is a top resort. I forget what they call it, value, moderate, and anyway, deluxe resort, but with a moderate price. I say moderate price. It's still not cheap, but beautiful. It is a very nice resort, so definitely want to check out if you are planning on coming to Walt Disney World. Okay, so we do need to cross this bridge to get over to the main pool area and main check-in area, which is over here. Skyliner up there, right above the bridge. It's a great view, it really is nice. It really does show off the Skyliner as well. Gosh, I love that mode of transportation, I really do. Okay, crossing over the bridge to get to the main side of the resort, there's actually a kiddies play area off to the left, which is rather nice. Great way for the little ones to burn off some energy. And again, complimentary to use here at the resort. And there is also, if you are staying here and you want to just relax in the evening by the water, there's some seating right down here as well. If you don't want to be on a beach, but you just kind of want to sit down in some kind of like a chair and just kind of look at the lights on an evening. Kind of see it right there. So that's rather nice as well. Nice view on an evening. Maybe bring a drink with you, a coffee, or even something a little bit stronger if you want, if that's your bag. Okay, so we've got two locations right next to each other. Sebastian's Bistro, which is right over here, which is a sit-down restaurant. And then we have this location over here, which is Banana Cabana. And for this one, this is a quick service. So they have a bar there, so you can get drinks from the bar, soft and alcoholic. Plus they have quick service, so you can sit down there, grab a bite. And they've got a couple of options here, which is really nice. And I've got to say, the food in both of these locations when we stayed here was really good. So definitely want to try out. Even if you live in the location, you want to come over here, definitely recommend Sebastian's Bistro. Let's go ahead and have a look at the menu and see if it's changed. So one of the things that I really like about this is that they do serve food family style, which is really nice. So you can see their starters, buttery house-baked pull-apart rolls, the spice necklace salad, and then Taste of the Caribbean. They've got oven-roasted chicken with tamarind barbecue sauce, slow-cooked mojo pork, chili rubbed beef, baked fish, cilantro rice, beans, roasted vegetables, and candied plantains. So a real variety there. And then their coconut pineapple bread pudding, which is amazing, with caramel sauce and vanilla ice cream. So various specialist non-alcoholic and alcoholic drinks. So yeah, definitely one to try out whether you're here on vacation or if you live locally and you want to have date night, something a little bit different. So definitely Sebastian's Bistro, definitely one to try. And this is the pool area or the main pool area I should say. There are little pools dotted around, little satellite pools, but the theming here, really amazing. And so many loungers as well. It's got to be really busy here to not get a lounger. So definitely a pool to come and check out. Okay, going in the back door again, because obviously we're not arriving and parking out front. But the theming really is amazing, the way that Disney themes all of their resorts. So lots of seating area right here. Check-in just over to the far right. Now, one thing to mention, if you haven't checked out our other channel, Seriously Travel, we've got lots of Disney cruise episodes on there, but Disney does offer transfers from the Walt Disney Resort hotels. So if you do have transfers, you would actually meet down here. They would send you an email with the information, but you would actually meet down here and take the transfers over to Port Canaveral. And at most of the resorts, they do have a Disney Cruise Line area, because obviously they sell transfers from these resorts. So definitely make sure you check that out if you're staying here and you're going on a cruise. And if you just want to check out our travel videos on that other travel channel, Seriously Travel, I'll link it down below. But we have a ton of Disney cruise vacations on there, so be sure to check those out. But they do a really nice job with the theming again, picture opportunities and all that sort of great stuff. So yeah, be sure to check it out. But they do also have their merchandise location just across the way, right over here. And if you want a different option for dining, they do have a quick service location right here, the Centertown Market. So be sure to check that out as well. If maybe you're inside and just want to grab something quick from this quick service location here. Okay, let's check out the merchandise at Calypso Trading Post. They got a bunch of stuff in here. For Stitch fans, they've definitely got you covered. Oh, look at these Crocs. Pretty cool. Although what I will say is no good for me, because I'm a size 13 and the largest they go to is like an 11 or 12. So no good for me. Okay, just discovered the Skyliner merch. Love this shirt. Wish it was in an adult, it's in a youth. But they also have these mystery boxes for pins for the Skyliner, which is pretty cool. And then that's all the different types of pins that you can potentially get. So pretty cool. Really like that. Oh, I'm gonna have to look around and see if they have those in the adults. But they do also have this as a teen or youth, I should say. They've got the toy ones. We've already got quite a few of these. These are very cute. Saw these over at Pop Century. They've even got socks. So gotta love that. Of course, just like all the other shops, they have a candy section, some drinks over here, some snacks, popcorn, potato chips, and a small limited alcohol section. You can see the snacks here, some breakfast supplies, some donuts, bread, and then of course some sundries, just in case you forget anything or kind of a medical nature, like you need ibuprofen and all that sort of great stuff, just in case, so that it doesn't affect your vacation. Okay, so a lot of similar merch to the other locations, but we're now going to leave Disney's Caribbean Beach and take the short walk to the Riviera Resort. So again, not far. Okay, so leaving Disney's Caribbean Beach, they did have a couple of items. I've noticed though in all the resorts, they don't have a huge amount of unique items to the resorts. There's a couple of things. I think Evie said she saw was ears, backpack, and a couple of shirts. But I remember back in the day, they used to have a huge amount of stuff. So not a huge amount now, but we're going to go this way, this walking trail that's going to take us to Riviera. Again, this is the quick service restaurant inside, so they do have outdoor seating. And then you can just see the skyline in the distance, little lighthouses as well. But that's our next stop, Riviera. So as we're walking, I've got to say, one of the things I really do like about this resort, and again, there's another section of rooms over here, but one of the things I really do like There's these beach areas where if you want to just relax in a hammock, like that gent right there, they've got a fire pit there, which they probably fire up a little bit later on in the evening, especially if they're doing something with like marshmallows. But if you're active, they've got this beach volleyball area here, so really nice. Doesn't matter if you're active or more on the relaxing side, there's plenty to do. So we just noticed this as we were walking around. Disney have created for the different types of birds, wildlife that they have here, there is different bird boxes, bird feeders, and it looks like they actually plumb in different sounds as well. I was just reading, you can see one bird just popping in there now for when they're in breeding season, and it's like a great way so they don't have to make a nest. It's a little nesting station for them, which is rather cute. I do like that Disney does these types of things as well for the wildlife. So yeah, definitely want to check out when you're here. Okay, so making our way around to Riviera, which is basically themed on the French Riviera, that Mediterranean vibe. Love this sandy area, sandy beach area here. Again, all protected from the wildlife in the water. They've got this great seating area here. Now, one thing you'll find around this resort, now this is a deluxe resort, but very private for its pool areas, so we can't actually see here the actual pool area, the main pool, or this is the kiddie section. You can just about see the theming, so very nice. We'll go around the side just to see if we can see anything, but a lot more private than the other locations, the other resorts. Even Grand Floridian isn't as private as this here, so, but again, you can see the other resort over there. Lot of hedging here, but I think as we come around here you'll be able to see a little bit of this area here, so yeah, but very nice how it's been themed. So the Riviera is a Disney Vacation Club resort, but I believe you can book here. Again, has lots of different shops, eateries, and after a little research, so this is themed after the fountains of Europe, but it's essentially themed after the characters from Disney's Fantasia. So there you go, you learn something new every day, and you can see some of the characters right there. So we're going to take a look and see what they have at the quick service here, but they have a number of different restaurants here. They've got Riva right over here, which is a really nice location, and they've got Prima Piatto, I think it's called, which is where we're going to actually look and see what they've got there as well. But yeah, a really nice resort, I will say. Okay, so decided to grab a quick bite in Primo Piatto. We ordered a few things, so we got a bacon cheddar burger, a croque monsieur, a strawberry cream maritozzi, which is plant-based, and then a soft drink. So it's been a while since we've been in here, but the food was always good before. You can actually see the drink station over there, pickup station there, but I believe to go is over on the far side on the left there. So let's see what it's like. I gotta say, a top tip is mobile order, whether it's food, merchandise, if they offer it. Mobile order is my favorite way of ordering the food if it's a quick service like this. So definitely make sure you've got the Disney World app, Disneyland app, and they'll also, you can, if you've got your passes tied to it, they'll also apply any discounts you have, like for example annual pass, if there's any annual pass discounts, it automatically applies those at checkout. So definitely the way to go. This is the croque monsieur, and then we've got the option of a side salad instead of fries. We have the bacon cheeseburger with fries, and then there's a dessert there as well, which we'll look at in a little bit. But let's dig in and try these. Okay, Evie's going to let us know what she thinks of the salad. We are kind of sharing all the food, so we'll see what she thinks. Oh, it looks pretty fresh. Is it good?
It's really nice.
Okay.
Vinaigrette.
Nice vinaigrette, she said. Okay. 1 down, 2 to go. Okay, we know that a burger is going to just be a burger, but let's try this croque monsieur. I've got to say, not bad at all. Yeah. Pretty decent and not hugely expensive for Disney property, to be totally honest. So, okay, on to the burger. I hate these boxes, but it comes with Parmesan fries. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe not, but they're not bad. And then the bacon is falling completely out of this burger. Let's see. It's a Disney bacon cheeseburger, so not bad. This one is way better than the one that we had over at Cosmic Razor, I will say that. So we're going to tuck into these, and then we'll take a look at the dessert in a little bit. Okay, so this is the strawberry cream maritosa. This is plant-based, so if you follow a plant-based diet, this is good for you. This is, you know, part of that. Evie's going to try it first.
I'm excited about this. It's strawberry flavored.
Let's see how it...
added some powdered strawberry on that. Oh. Here we go.
Oh wow, look at that. Cream filling, you just see some strawberry in there as well. Very nice.
That's delicious.
How would you rate it?
Wow, this is... Even the bread is very nice and soft
Mm-hmm.
and sweet. It's not overly sweet, which is good. This has to be a...
Out of 10.
Yeah. It's quite up there with the ones I've had in Italy.
Yeah?
So, yeah, probably a 9. 9 out of 10.
Okay. There you go, you heard it here first. Okay, I'm going to try some of this, then we're going to head up, take a look at the shop and the lobby before making our final stop. Okay, so that is lunch taken care of. Now we're going to head upstairs to the lobby. Again though, Disney Cruise Line do offer transfers from here as well. So you'll see the ship right here. But they do meet upstairs. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lobby and the shop and check-in area. So it's a pretty nice lobby area here. Check-in over on the far side. They have La Boutique. Oh, look, and characters as well. Oh, look at them all coming in. How adorable. Oh, bless. Le Petit Café. Nice little coffee shop. Let's take a look at the merch shop. So I've got to say, this is a very small merchandise shop, but they usually have some nice stuff in here. Peter Miller.
So beautiful.
Yeah, look. These ears are très cute. How much are they? $46.99. But they are very cute. Very nice. Now I have to say, way more resort themed merch here than at the other resorts that we've looked at. So a ton of stuff here. I mean, even over here for the youth, some ornaments, and then some European themed Minnie Mouse. Oh, what's this, salt and pepper shaker? Yes, it is. Look at that. And then some more Riviera themed t-shirts. That's quite cute there, I gotta say. You gotta love the robes that they have. And then they've got some spa collection stuff, and then some more shirts. So this is rather nice as a button down. I've got this t-shirt, which is quite a nice blue, and then a 3/4 zip as well. So keep in mind, so with this t-shirt, with this polo shirt, it's 110 because it's Peter Miller. I think all of this merchandise is Peter Miller. Yeah, 145. And then this one here will be Peter Miller as well. Yeah, it is. And that's 165. So. Oh, Evie's found something.
Last time I saw this soap was in a concierge stateroom on the Disney Wish.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the concierge on the Disney Wish had this this soap. How much is that?
$12.
$12, not bad.
It looks like it comes with a little loofah.
With a little loofah in there. Look at that. Oh, this is cute. Riviera hat. $35. Very cute. And then some more themed merchandise for Riviera. I mean, it's insane just how much themed merch they have here for Riviera and for DVC compared to themed merch at the other resorts, and how it's kind of lacking, to be honest with you. And then finally, you've got to have the Roosevelt merch. Look at that, Toy Story, Star Tours, the same ones we saw the other day over in Magic Kingdom. Okay, so that is Riviera. Oh, the characters are outside now, that's cute. So, I think we're going to jump on the Skyline for one more stop. We're going to take it to its conclusion, and then that'll probably wrap out the day. Okay, so heading over to the Riviera Skyline station. As you go through this area here, there's some gorgeous mosaic murals on the wall before you get to the Skyline station. But what I will say is, if you're staying over here or you're going to Hollywood Studios and EPCOT, the Skyliner is a great way to check out those two resorts, and it's a great form of transportation, but this is those murals I was talking about. So we've got one over here which spans both sides, which is pretty stunning. And then we've got another one. As you see, that's the Riviera Skyliner station right there. Then we've got this mural here, so Peter Pan. The attention to detail is amazing, it really is. And there, off in the distance, Big Ben, London, home. Okay, let's get on the Skyliner and head over to the final stop on the route. Okay, there's two entrances. So this one here is going to take us back to Caribbean Beach, but we want EPCOT, so we're going to go this way. So as we're heading round to the other entrance for the Skyliner to head to EPCOT, you can see just how close Caribbean Beach is, and also a great view of the Skyliners as they come in to the station here. Okay, so entering the entrance for the EPCOT lines, but I will say this entrance here is far grander than any of the others. Thank you. But one thing I really like about this portion of the line is that it gives a great view of EPCOT from the backstage perspective as you're going into the EPCOT International Gateway.
We are on our way to EPCOT.
Now, I will say earlier on, Evie and I were talking, they were swaying from side to side quite a bit, but I think there was a bit of wind. But now, not at all. But yeah, you can see great view of the road here. So this is heading to World Drive. This road is heading to the Swan and Dolphin. Also, you can see in the distance Hollywood Tower Hotel right over there. But if it's going the other way, it's heading to Disney Springs.
We are now traveling along Buena Vista Drive.
So as we're making our way, we've got another right-hand turn to make to head into EPCOT, so it slows down. But one thing I noticed, every time we get in, I always notice these signs. And you know what, I kind of feel like Disney have missed a trick here, because they could have made this smaller and sold it as part of the Skyliner merch. Because anyone who's a fan of Skyliner, I know a ton of people who love the Skyliner, I guarantee would buy one of these. So Disney, if you're listening, maybe something to add to your merch.
Please remain seated. This station was designed for turning only.
Okay, we're going to make that 90-degree turn. Ooh. Bit of a sharp slow down there. There's a Swan and Dolphin off in the distance. Those are actually operated by Marriott. So if you have Marriott points and you want to stay here, Swan and Dolphin, and also the Reserve, which is their new resort just across, then you could use those to stay here. Only thing I will say is that if you're using transportation like the bus, oh, there's a pink mini dot Tesla down there, look at that. But going back to what I was saying, if you are using transportation, then the buses from those resorts don't drop you directly at the Magic Kingdom. You have to go to the transportation ticket centre. So best thing to do, walk to Boardwalk or Beach Club, Johnson Beach Club, and take the transportation from there.
And turn of the century amusement park.
Boardwalk off to our left here. I've got to say, I really do like that resort. I think also because it's so close to the back of EPCOT, so easy to get into EPCOT. But coming up here on the right hand side is one of the reasons I love the Skyliner. This road down here that you can see actually circles the perimeter of the World Showcase. That's how stores and things of that nature are delivered to the various World Showcase countries. And you get to see a great view of France as we come in. So Eiffel Tower there.
We are now arriving at
Ratatouille ride, or attraction I should say.
To this place of joy, hope, and friendship. Welcome.
And then the friendship boats as we come into the station. And then you can see the World Showcase off to the right.
Collect your belongings and watch your step. Thank you for flying with us.
Brace for that swing.
Permanezca sentado hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente. Al salir de la
There we go.
cabina, por favor, cuide sus pequeños.
And now time to exit.
Y observe su paso.
I tell you, this transportation never grows old.
Alright, folks, go over and watch your step. Y'all have a
Thank
good
you. Okay, that's it. So that is the end of the line. Just over here we have EPCOT, and over on this side we have Disney's Boardwalk, Swan and Dolphin, and the Yacht and Beach Club. So if you wanted to continue the party on, you could go to those. Or if you are doing a little crawl, as it were, and you wanted to end up in the World Showcase, then this would be a great way to go ahead and get here as well. But with that, I think that's about all she wrote today. So with that, I'll see you next time.